I don't want to take away, though, from the Ravens, who are the best team in this division. I think you guys would probably agree with me. They're going to win this thing.
Yeah.
J.K.
Yeah,
Dobbins
that was my
just
pick.
coming back.
Yeah.
Secondary's just getting healthy.
They
Patrick
just-
Queen showed a little bit of life of a pick.
They still have major that wasn't Patrick Queen, but Joe Burrow forced that completely. Like that was just a terrible read by Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
It could have been any player in Patrick Queen's.
Well, he didn't drop it. He's been god awful.
He did miss a tackle late in the game though. I think
Oh, yeah,
up like
Queen-
a third down. Yeah.
Queen's been a horrible pick.
Yeah. But yeah, there are major concerns for the Baltimore Ravens defense, the pass defense, and I should specify when I'm saying I've attacked the secondary, but John is correct. It's not just the secondary; it's the entire pass defense, which includes the pass rush. So I'm going to start saying pass defense. So I'm including the whole unit. It's still not been very good. They've had, they had that good game yesterday against the Bengals, and they had the good game against the Bills, but still, they have to show me a lot more before I can say, okay, they're fine.
It's not going to get much better. Marcus Williams dislocating his wrist.
Yeah, and Lamar's inconsistencies showed their heads with those two major overthrows that were wide open walk-in touchdowns. You just can't miss those throws. Excuse me. And I know people will say, well, you're fixating on those two throws. Well, I fixated on Tua, and I'm going to fixate it because those are the type of throws that are going to lose you games. Those are the type of throws that will win you games if you make them, win you championships. See Jimmy Garoppolo, prime example. You can't make those throws, you will cost your team. So Lamar, I know he came out, in the next drive, drove them for the field goal, and that's what Lamar does. I'm not questioning that. Lamar is a winner. He's got the intangibles. He's got that it factor about him. But it's the inconsistency on the passing that he needs to keep progressing. Because, again, we forget Lamar's still in the contract year. He's still trying to prove to these Ravens in the front office. Guess what? They'll point at those two passes and they'll say, but we're paying you all that money to pass the ball to, right? Well, that's inconsistency because they don't want to put in a 5-year contract and big time money for a quarterback or we sure is going to be healthy in the next 3 to 4 years the way he plays.
He's 26.
It's hard. But listen, they pulled out the win. Justin Tucker is, at this point, is it really even a question when he walks on the field? Is it really? Like we know the outcome, right? Like Justin Tucker's going to make it's I remember this kid was drafted back in 2011, 12, after they had the horrible thing of the Billy Cundiff kick. Remember that, Justin? Or Billy Cundiff freaking winged the 27-yard field goal. And now they've had a decade of Justin Tucker just being elite. And listen, man, he deserves all the money in the world for how clutch he is with that leg. I'm going to be honest, there are some players out there that I trust Justin Tucker's leg more than I trust them. And that's just crazy to say.
That's
it's money.
Vote of confidence in the kicker, though.
Yeah. Listen, but it's that important. Think about how many games Justin Tucker has won these guys. Think about it. When you're that good at that position, and it's not even really close, like it's Justin Tucker and then everybody else. When you're that good.
I love how, I don't know if you heard, but after the game, he did say, sorry to cut you off, but he did say that he'd be lying to us if he didn't say every time he goes out there to kick, he wasn't just a little nervous.
Yeah.
Every time he goes out.
He said that, but he says he follows his plan and he follows his, schedule that or whatever that he usually does, his routine that he usually does. And he's, got to go out there.
The second and a half from snap to hold to kick. He is going to have a media career. Him and Pat McAfee are two guys that are so.
He's a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer. Or Justin Tucker's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
10 years in, he wasn't drafted. 2012 to now, by far. If only they had him a couple of years early, they would have went to the Super Bowl. 2011, that was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's rough. I'd say Chris Boswell is number 2 in the NFL, but he crapped the bed on Sunday.